And then I talked a lot with him, and next day he left the group. He left that group. Even all my students made a different group to talk to each other whenever they have time for a practice. He left that group too. And we were shocked.
Okay.
All
Yeah.
of the other students were also
Obviously,
shocked. Why? Because they were like, he is the passionate person in the group
he was
about the
curious.
language. When there
Yeah.
is a shift in our life, we feel uncomfortable. And when we feel uncomfortable, we run from it. Always. And you know what? The day he said that today I am ready to do, she was not ready with any of her preparation. And she
Mhm.
lost the opportunity. And I'm like, she called me and she was like, do something, do something. I have just today. He's available today only. And if I'm not able to, he will not even reply to me. And I said, it's your biggest and it mistake. Really breaks my heart when I see these kind of students and people losing hope. I'm like, hi, good
Mhm.
morning, how are you?
Hi, good morning. I'm doing great. Thank you for asking me. How about you? How have you been?
Yeah, I have been doing amazing. Thank you so much for asking me too. I really welcome you to the session and to my YouTube channel, Try to Thrive. It's really nice to see you and meet you, and I'm super excited to have a conversation with you.
Yeah, likewise. And I'm really first of all, thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. Because for this opportunity, I have been waiting for a long time. I think it's been at 9 months that I have been waiting for this
Okay.
opportunity. So now, finally, I got this opportunity. So I'm really thrilled and I am elated. And thank you so much.
That's great that
Yeah.
I really appreciate your patience because it's really a long time
Mhm.
to wait for 8 to 9 months to have a conversation with me, and I appreciate the love and support and your patience. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I'm really
Yeah,
excited
fine.
to know about yourself. Can you tell me who you are, what you do, and what you enjoy the most?
Yeah, definitely, ma'am. So my name is Arshi. I hail from UP, Uttar Pradesh. And if I talk about my academy, so I have completed my master in chemistry subject. Furthermore, I did B.Ed, and after completing my study, I was working as a chemistry teacher. But currently, I'm not working. I must say that I took a break from work. So this year, I'm on a mission to refine my conversational skill and simultaneously my communication skill. So now it has become a goal for me to be at good in this language. And but apart from this, I'm providing tuition at home, and also along with that, I run a YouTube channel where I upload English conversation related videos. And
Mm-hmm.
when it comes to talk about my hobbies, so I have a bunch of hobbies. Like I love cooking, stitching, gardening, traveling, talking with diverse background people, reading and listening English content a lot. It is one of my favorite hobby that I really enjoy whenever I get leisure time. And I also watch English content a lot. It is also one of my hobbies. That's pretty much about me.
I think a lot of things on your plate and a lot of things that you are fascinated by and you love doing. That's really
Yes.
amazing to know. And you are from
Yeah.
Uttar Pradesh or Uttarakhand? Uttarakhand,
Yes.
right?
No, no. UP, Uttar Pradesh.
Uttar Pradesh. Okay. And
Yes.
what is the right pronunciation of your name? Arshi.
No, Arshi.
Arshi.
Yes,
Arshi.
Arshi.
Wow.
Yeah, Arshi.
Amazing. Arshi. Quite interesting. Okay. What does it
Yeah.
mean, by the way?
It means like sky, high
Sky.
sky. Yeah.
Hmm. Okay, and maybe you are living up to the name that you are trying to reach there, right? Oh, okay.
Yeah, you can say like that.
So I see that you are quite comfortable with the language. That is the first thing that when it comes to enhancing our communication skills, that we have to be very good at. In order to be very good at, we have to have a great relation and feel comfortable with it. So that I can see with you that you are. I'm curious to know like how long have you been working on your communication skills?
Okay. Well, to be very honest, it's been a year that I have been working on my communication skill. But in the meantime, 3 and 4 months, I didn't pay attention on my communication skill because at that time I was overloaded with so many things, and which at that time that was my priority that I have to do. So that is the reason that I couldn't pay attention for 3 and 4 months. But then after finishing and after fulfilling those duties, that I come back on my track. So since then, I am very consistent on this journey. It's been 2 months that I am very consistent.
But on and off, it's been an year, and with full
Yeah, it's almost a year.
consistency, full
Yes,
dedication, it's been 2 months
a
now.
year. Yes.
Amazing, amazing. Okay, so when it comes to improving communication in English, there are always certain barriers and challenges we try to overcome, or something new that we want to add in our way of speaking and we want to enhance. So, what are your current challenges and what are you doing these days to enhance further?
Okay, so if I talk about my current challenge, so these days I'm just really struggling a lot with one thing. When someone asks me random question or unexpected question, which I am not aware about that topic or about that question, so, that time I became, nervous and I feel reluctant and I feel that I don't have anything in my mind to speak on this particular topics or to response of this question. So that time I feel that I don't have knowledge in this language and I am not at good, and that thing's really holding me back. And that time I can't perform well while speaking in this language. So now it has become biggest hurdle in the way of my speaking. So I really want to discuss with you that how can I improve, how can I overcome this fear. Literally I am feel at that time I feel so nervous and I feel that my mind goes blank and I don't have anything. So these days
Hmm.
I'm really struggling. I'm trying to figure it out. How can I do? What things can I include to remove this type of this kind of fear and all? But still, I'm on the way to figuring it out, but I am not able to completely figure it out.
Okay. I think the level you have currently and the way you communicate, I feel that you would be able to incorporate these two things, which I'm going to tell you, and would help you immensely because they have been helping me a lot now. Because earlier, as a learner, we all face and come across the same kind of challenges and fears in our journey of learning the language. And this is something which is very common. It happens with each one of us when it comes to speak on random topic, and when somebody comes and suddenly asks any question, we go blank and we are not able to speak. uh, there is one, as you have already mentioned, that is fear, embedded fear, which is that is holding us back and hindering us from performing well. Apart from this is that maybe we are not doing that much practice, maybe like in person. If
Mm.
that happens, it means like we are still lacking in practicing in person. Like if somebody comes and starts talking, it's like our mind is into some because in person we are habitual of speaking in our mother tongue or Hindi, such languages.
Yes,
So
yes,
when it is in a different direction and somebody comes and starts talking in English, it's quite challenging for our brain to shift immediately and start speaking in English.
yes,
That can happen, like we can shift immediately with the help of constant, regular practice. That can be one thing that can help you if you put efforts into it. Like in person, if you go and talk to people and take time and practice, that can help you. Another is when there is a fear, We have to have the self talk with ourselves in order to remove any kind of fear. There are many fears we have. And first is that be aware of such things, that what really makes you nervous. Once you are clear about that, according to that, you should have a kind of a prayer or an affirmation that you can say out loud, so your ears also can listen to it and your mind can also adapt it and can change gradually your personality and the way you accept yourself. That is just inner work. Apart from this, the practical thing that you can do is, number one, practice random topics with ChatGPT. It is not just
Yeah,
like
I'm
I'm
using.
saying, but it is something
Mm-hmm.
which I have started doing. Like, I also sometimes struggle with it. Like, earlier I struggled a lot, but now as I have talked to many people, so a lot of things I have already discussed, but still in this world there are many things that still we are not aware of or we don't have knowledge about. So what I do is just open ChatGPT and ask it to give me random topic, and I use the feature of speaking there, like the other person speaks to you, and I am in love with it because there you get the person who is chat gpt like a machine, but it gives the it speaks in the American or British accent, and it
Excellent.
sounds so fascinating to me, and I
Yes.
love learning with them. So I practice my different small random topics and small talks with them, and then ChatGPT gives me the feedback, and according to that I am able to incorporate new words and phrases and things in me. First practical thing, and you mentioned that you are already doing it. That's amazing. Apart
Yes.
from this is another thing. I can share one incident that happened recently with me. I was talking to a an expert tutor on English Shari. I uploaded the video yesterday only, like at 5.
I watched.
You
I have
watched.
watched that video.
So that's
Yeah, I
amazing.
have
Then you
watched.
would be able to recall like what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Can
Yes.
do you remember that when she asked me that can you share one thing about the book that you are recently reading? Right?
Yes.
And
You were struggling.
I wasn't able to
Yeah.
recall it, even though I have read.
Yes.
But the
Yes.
amazing thing which I appreciate about me, like I don't expect people to appreciate that about me, but I appreciate because I know that I'm learning it. So what I realized and I liked very much, though I edited the video, I could have, cut the part. I could have, remove the part where I wasn't able to recall and say anything. But the thing is that I
Yes.
took a really long pause of like, from that book. No, I'm not
Yes.
able to
And you
recall.
said that
Yeah.
you said that you were because you were reading two books at the same time.
Yeah.
So this because of this you are not able to recall the exact point.
Exactly. So I
Mm.
wasn't able to recall, and I really took a long
Mm.
pause, and I then
Yes.
say
Yes.
I am not able to recall it, and that is why
Yes.
and that's true. That is why I read books twice and thrice to just
Yes.
incorporate few things in me. But it's not possible to incorporate everything. One or two you can incorporate from each book, but it is okay if you don't know anything. It is okay. The thing which I want to mention here is that pause. Take a pause. If
Pause.
somebody asks you
Yeah.
suddenly a question, it's not mandatory for you to answer immediately. Not at
Yes.
all. That's it's not written anywhere that you have to answer immediately. No, you
Yeah.
can take
I
a
want
pause
to.
of
I.
30 second, 1 minute, and then you
Okay.
can. And in if you are in the practice of speaking, you would be able to bring something in 30 seconds or 1 minute. If still not, you can say no, I don't know. That's it. That's not a harm to say. Yeah, you can continue now.
Yeah, I want to tell you one thing. When someone asks me a very unexpected question, so that time, I forgot to take pause. I
Hmm.
forgot to
We
take
rush.
pause, and yeah, I feel that I am in rush to response of this question, and as soon as possible. But at that
Hmm.
time, I really struggle to find exact word at the right time, and then I messed up. I messed up the answer of that question. Then I feel that I don't have clarity in my thoughts, and I'm not able to speak, in a proper way. Then when
Hmm.
when I rewatch my video, So that time I really feel that I am not able to convey my message in
Mm.
a well manner.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It happens with everyone. First is that do not have that kind of negative thought, oh, it is happening with me only. Because, one day I take group classes, and one of the very studious person, very passionate about the language, and in the kind of hurry to learn it in just like magic, kind of in
magic.
every session when I
In
tell
no
that,
time.
okay, if there is any doubt, any question, you guys can ask me, he always asks a lot of doubts, a lot of questions, like, ma'am, how will I be able to improve this, how will I be able to improve this, how will I be able to speak like you, present well, and incorporate new words and all the things. One day we had a great like, after the session we talked more 30 minutes, and then I talked a lot with him, and next day he left the group. He left that group. Even all my students made a different group to talk to each other whenever they have time for a practice. He left that group too. And we were shocked.
Okay.
All
Yeah,
of the other students were also
obviously
shocked. Why? Because they were like, he is the passionate person in the group
he was
about the
curious.
language,
Yeah,
and how can he leave the group? And then we were like, maybe some kind of technical glitch in his phone, or maybe that is why because if he left the group, my group, because of some maybe pressure or something, he would stay in the practice group at least, where he can practice with other learners. But why did he leave
yes,
both the groups? Then we thought that maybe there is something technical glitch, because
yes,
he is like, he want to learn the language, he cannot leave the group ever. Then after the
yeah.
session, I called him and he was like, ma'am, I am not feeling confident, and this is not for me. This is not my cup of tea. And I found him really overwhelmed with the language and
Oh,
really negative about it, that I will not be able to do it. You know why? Because when he talks to me he feels comfortable. But when I gave a homework that you have to record a video for me, and another thing, that when he talk in front of other five people, he takes a kind of a pressure of performing well, kind of a
well,
different
yes.
mindset, that I have to, if ma'am has
Mm,
given a topic, I have to perform well, up to the mark,
well,
using advanced words. That kind of mindset he was keeping, and that is why he was overwhelmed with the performance and feeling pressurized and all. Then I talked to him personally. I said, like, come in the class with the mindset that I am here to learn.
learn.
First thing
Yes,
is that the other people are not judging you. They all are at the same place. They all are there to learn. They all make mistakes freely, but he was very conscious about making mistakes. And then I talked, and then he was like, ma'am, it's not for me. It's not my cup of tea. I'm like, how can you say this? It is
said
you.
that.
It is for you. And I have improved, and I believe in you that you will be able to improve. And just change the mindset. Do not have the pressure of performing great and well and extraordinary. No, always have the kind of mindset that I am here to practice. So I'll make mistakes as many as possible. That freedom you have in that group, because you are there to make mistakes and learn from them. Then he thought like, okay, now he's relaxed, and next time he joined the group again, and we were so happy, and now he's also happy and performing well, because now he doesn't take the pressure of performing well. So a lot of times we have the kind of pressure of, like, in front of people, maybe in front of tutors also, we try to perform really well,
Well,
but it's
yes.
not mandatory to always perform well. You can seek
Yes.
feedback, perform like what you know the language, and just speak the words you know already, speak the things you already know already. If you don't know anything, the tutor will give you the feedback. So I think it happens with everyone, that
Everyone.
we rush, we don't have
Mm-hmm.
patience, and we have kind of a thought process that people will judge me, so I have to perform well. So all these things are like come into self awareness, and we all Indians are like learning. This is not our language, so we should not take it very much,
Absolutely.
in that way. Hmm.
But we take very serious when it comes to learning this language. We just wanted
Yeah.
to, in my case, if I talk about myself, So I am very passionate and I have a hunger for learning this language, and I just want to learn this language by hook and crook at any
The
cost, no
same
matter
says.
what it takes.
Hmm.
No matter what it takes, and it doesn't matter how tired I am, even though I'm feeling to practice or not, but I have practice every single day. I don't even want to miss even a single day without
Hmm.
practicing. So
Hmm.
I am this much, passionate, and
Hmm.
I'm crazy for learning this language.
When I come across such students, I'm like passionate. I'm like, I feel great about because I love teaching who are already passionate about the language and are ready to take actions. Because just being passionate is not gonna help you. You have to take actions to the required actions. But
Action.
sometimes people who are super passionate want to learn just in 1 month are like crazy, and some then it becomes overwhelming because the process of for our brain to adapt new things and incorporate new words, it really takes time, it really
Takes
needs
time.
patience.
Yes.
That I
Yes.
try my level best to incorporate in my
Certainly.
students because they come with the kind of mindset of learning quickly, and because he has some kind of maybe pressure to of changing job or reaching to the next level. That is why also, and it this pressure also creates a lot of challenges in between. But language comes when you are in a good relation with it, and you start living the culture of adapting it, like by immersing yourself into listening,
Things.
watching, speaking,
Yeah.
reading, all the things with full patience. Because I he is already like he listens to English content for 7 to 8 hours in a day already. And then in the
I
group,
also do.
I come across such people and grateful too because these people I really like teaching them. So he says that he listened to these many hours in a day, and then in the group also he shares such videos and words which he learns and then sentences. So I really appreciate. Just I want to tell everyone out there who is watching the video that be patient. I really appreciate the enthusiasm you have for the language that we need actually to learn. But simultaneously, always keep in mind that you have to be patient. It takes time. The process takes time.
Absolutely, I completely agree with you. And
Mhm.
initially when we start learning this language, so we feel so impatient, and we just want to, we just want to get result in a month, in 2 months, in 3 months. And I was the same when I started learning this language in the beginning. I felt that in 3 months, I didn't even get 10% result, or I didn't see progress, 10% progress in this language. So that time there was certain times when I thought I just, I was about to give up on this language. Many times this thought came into my mind, no, it's not my cup of tea. I
Hmm.
can't learn this language, and if this language is not meant for me, and I should give up. But luckily, I think my hunger and my urge keeps me motivated. That no, you have to do further. You have to moving forward. So
Hmm.
after some time, like after 6 months, that I would be able to speak in a flow. But still, I really struggle
Absolutely.
a lot with so many things.
And it really breaks my heart when I see these kind of students and people losing hope. I'm like, no, watch my videos, watch my videos. Like 3 years ago, I uploaded, and my journey also took 3 years. But the thing is that I
Yes.
was patient, consistent, and putting efforts every single day. Just keep in mind that you have to put efforts every single day without expecting anything continuously for 2 to 3 years. Everybody's time is not similar, it's quite different, but
Mm.
still two
Yes.
years approximately 2 years it takes. And I also used to listen to these many hours and read a lot. Like when I started, still it took me 3 years, and I am still in the process of learning. And there are a lot of things on my plate too to learn. Because if you see and if you listen to me attentively, I'm still not able to, use idioms while speaking. Though
Yes.
many of the tutors have suggested me to incorporate new idioms,
Yes.
and still I'm not able to, but I'm not frustrated about it because I know It will take time, but one day I will be able to do
Time.
it. So this is how I have improved, and I think my journey is very evident here that yes, it took time, but the consistency gave the final result that we all aspire to have, right?
Yes, right.
Okay, you have mentioned a lot of your hobbies, and I'm quite curious to know first about traveling. That how many places have you traveled so far?
Okay, so as far as I know, I have traveled 3 and 4 states
Hmm.
so far. I have visited UK like Uttarakhand, and I have visited Delhi, and I have visited Maharashtra once in my life, and I also visited in my state. If I talk about my state, so I have visited Agra and I have visited Bareilly so
Okay, so
far.
which one did you like the most and would like to visit again if you get a chance?
Okay, so well, genuinely speaking, I would like, I really liked UK, Uttarakhand, and
I was
then
expecting this.
that experience was amazing and fantastic, and the nature and the beauty that was mesmerizing, and I really want to visit over and over again if I will get a chance.
Mm,
Yeah, so that is
that's
one place that I would like to visit repeatedly.
okay. So did you go with friends, family, or alone?
No, I went with my family.
Hmm. You know, you already have great command over the language. You are able to you are very good at tenses, like you know where to speak in present and past, and then like although, well, genuinely, these are certain beautiful words which polishes your way of speaking that you already have. So I think you have already achieved a level. With the constant practice and patience, you would be able to achieve the next level too. Okay. uh about YouTube, you have started, when did you start exactly your YouTube channel?
Okay. So when it comes to about my YouTube channel, so when I started my English journey, at the same time I have started my YouTube journey as well.
Same
Yeah.
happened with me.
Yeah. When I had my first conversation with YouTuber, and that was my first time. So that video I uploaded at the same time I have uploaded that video on my YouTube channel, and I have created that channel at the same time.
Okay. Okay. So how often you talk to people, like thrice a week, every day, or how often do you talk? Like you do the speaking practice with people?
Hmm. I try to talk every single day, but nowadays I'm feeling that I'm not able to get, more people with whom I could talk. So that was I have joined a platform where I can talk on audio call. And now I have been using S Fluency application
Hmm.
to just maintain my consistency, because I'm someone that who doesn't want to break my consistency. So for maintaining my consistency, I'm using that platform. And many others I use. Sometimes I use ChatGPT. I talk with ChatGPT, and I talk on audio call, video call. Sometimes I do shadowing practice, and
That
sometimes if
reflects, that already reflects in your way of speaking. Hmm.
Yeah. I think I do multiple things that sometime I do shadowing, and sometime I do tongue twister. I'm really fond of tongue twister. It because
Okay.
it is a fun way to improve your pronunciation, and it gives it gives vocal clarity. Or in this way, I thought I would be able to articulate my thought effectively. So that is the reason that I am really fond of tongue twister, and I do
I appreciate that because yes, when one practice becomes monotonous, we have to change the way of learning,
chant.
but we have to keep
Yeah.
learning. Like we should not quit it, but change the way. That's amazing. And about tongue twisters, I'm not very good with them so far, like not very comfortable, maybe. And a few tutors also suggested me to try tongue twisters. And I think I have to now because I am really passionate about the pronunciation of the words. So that is why I think I would also try. Let's see when. Once, I think in my entire journey of these 3 years, I tried once, I think, one or two tongue twisters. And I didn't find that I'm very much comfortable with them. And that is why I didn't try again. But whenever I get time, I try shadowing. That has really helped me.
Yes.
But now I think I have to try those tongue twisters too. Amazing.
Yes,
Okay.
shadowing is also good. It's extremely, important for improve pronunciation. Sometime I do shed, not sometime. I think every day I do at least 30 minutes.
Hmm.
Shadowing practice, and I do shadowing practice with one person, and he's foreigner. So he upload mostly he upload videos based on pronunciation and shadowing practice. So I do with him.
Okay. There are many people I also follow, particularly for
Yes.
shadowing, and it has really helped me a lot. It is imperative to do shadowing at least for 10 to 15 minutes because simultaneously, when you are working on your language like grammar, vocabulary, all the other things, we should focus on the pronunciation too because that really makes an impression and impacts our fluency too. And sometimes when you are very fluent at speaking and you are pronouncing incorrect, that really is not, I think, up to the mark. So, yeah, I do it. Okay. Anything that you have recently learned, like any beautiful thing that you are amazed at, like, wow, that blew your mind, or you learnt as for anything, maybe for language, for mindset, for life, for health, for anything, any piece of advice or anything beautiful you read that blew your mind, like,
Okay.
oh wow, amazing.
Okay. So I have recently learned one thing, and I would say that there is one thing that I have recently learned that we should not wait for the perfect moment. We should make the moment perfect, and we should say opportunity. We should say yes to opportunity, even if we are not prepared. We can learn along the way. So that is something I have recently, learned because earlier I was not like that. If I am not prepared and if the opportunity come in my way, so I used to say no. No, I'm not prepared. I'm not going to take this opportunity. But this now I have learned no, it is not way. If you really want to see change, transform your life or your career or your this language, so you should be like that. That whatever comes in your whatever comes in your way, just grab and learn along with the along in the way. Yeah, this is something I have learned to
Amazing. And I have a great example of this thing. I always tell people and to myself too that be ready, keep working on yourself, keep working on yourself. You don't know like what kind of opportunity can come
say. Come.
your way in future. And at that time, I don't want me to say this that, okay, I'm not ready, or this is something not like
Yes.
I can do, or my cup of tea or a piece of cake for me and I would not be able to take it. I don't want to say that, and that is why I keep working on myself. Recently what happened, one of my best friends, she takes like interviews and does podcast with people who crack certain examinations and get a really great rank in India. Recently one person from non people, she wasn't thinking of that he would be able to crack, but he cracked, and then he is not talking to anyone, he's not responding to anyone, kind of a pride like he has now. So she thought, let me just ask him if he wants to have a podcast with me. I would like to invite him with this hope that he would not say yes. With this hope,
Yes.
she asked the
Mhm.
other friend of the same person. And then the friend said that, okay, he's ready to do. And you know what? The day he said that, today I am ready to do, she was not ready with any of her preparation. and she
Mm-hmm.
lost the opportunity. And I'm like, she called me and she was like, do something, do something. I have just today. He's available today only. And if I'm not able to, he will not even reply to me. And I said, it's your biggest mistake. And why you, but I asked directly that why did you think that he would not reply or he would not say yes? She was not able to make it because she was expecting a no from him.
No,
That he
no,
would not say,
yeah, yeah.
why we always expect no from people, that he would say no or he would not be. I said that when you were planning to even ask, before that you have prepared yourself for the podcast. Why didn't you
Yeah.
do that? And then she's like, yeah, you're right. And I should have prepared. I expected a no. And I always say that I don't know why women, we limit ourselves and we feel that somebody will not say yes, or this opportunity is not for me, or this thing is not for me. Why? Why not we always have the kind of thought that this is just for me. This is for me. I am meant to do this. Why don't we have that
Yeah.
kind of thought process? And I always try to help all of my friends and my
Just
students
say
to
yes.
say such things, that be
Just be
ready,
ready.
keep working. Yes,
Keep working,
opportunity
yes.
can come anytime. For example, right now if you have some kind of failure, it doesn't mean that you would always be kind of a failure. No. And if you
Yeah.
are a successful
Yeah.
person, if you have achieved something, it doesn't mean that everything would be like same. If you are successful, if you get a success at something, maybe you would fail at something, but you would learn something, and then next time you would succeed. Similarly, if you are like you are facing the failure at something, maybe next time you would succeed. But certain mindsets, the fixed mindsets, we should not have always, and that they always hinder our progress, and we stop learning then, right?
Yes. It's true. It's true.
Yeah,
We do such
that's
kind
amazing.
of things.
That you have
Yeah.
this thing, that you should always be ready for the opportunities and always say yes to them, and we can
Yes.
learn along the way. One beautiful thing that I learned in the morning today itself is that when there is a shift in our life, we feel uncomfortable, and when we feel uncomfortable, we run from it. Always.
Yes.
Always. Either
Absolutely.
we will start
Yes.
talking to our friend, we will call the person, we will start listening to music, we'll start watching a movie, we'll start doing something, we'll go on YouTube, Instagram, somewhere, but we would run from that uncomfortable feeling. But when there is a great
Yes.
thing supposed to happen, a great thing in our life, the uncomfortable feeling should would always be there, and we have to learn or incorporate the kind of thought process or nature that stay with that uncomfortable feeling. Do not run from it. Once you stay there for a little longer period of time, that becomes familiar for your brain, and then slowly it goes in your subconscious and it becomes your own personality, and you adapt it.
Yes.
So that's a
Yeah.
beautiful thing, and it blew my
And
mind. I'm like, wow, amazing. It happens with everyone. It happens with me too. So that's what I learned today. Yeah.
so, did have you heard this from somewhere, or did you read?
I was reading in the book. I read something
Hmm.
related to it, uncomfortable and comfortable, then familiarity. Then I was amazed at it. Like, wow. When some great shift is about to happen, we start feeling uncomfortable and then we run. And when we quit in between the journey, but when
Hmm.
we have to push ourselves to stay with that uncomfortable feeling, become familiar, and then it will
Hmm.
become your own
Yes.
personality. We say mostly like the idiom we use, step out of the comfort zone, come out of the comfort zone, but it is actually in real life, it is actually challenging. When actually we face
Yeah.
that, we run from the uncomfortable thing that happens. Okay, there are still a lot of things we can talk about, but our meeting is going to end in just 1 minute, and I don't want to end it
Oh, I didn't
abruptly.
even realize.
Likewise, likewise. It was so
Yeah.
soothing and an insightful conversation. So I also
Yeah.
liked it very much. Thank you so much for connecting and for sharing your insights with me.
Yeah, thank you for giving me this opportunity. And I'm really, really, now I am feeling so comfortable and I am feeling, confident. Yes, I can hold the conversation because
Yeah.
earlier I had a fear that I am not able to hold the conversation, but now I feel that I can do.
You
Yeah,
are
thank you. It
great
was,
already at it. And I also didn't feel that I'm talking to a stranger. It feels like I'm talking to a friend.
yeah. It was
Yeah.
a really lovely conversation with you, and I hope, and I'm looking forward to meet you again. Thank you so much.
Likewise, yeah, I would love to discuss further things about life, mindset, and all, which can help both of us and can help viewers too.
Yes,
Thank you so much and have a lovely day
yes.
ahead. Yeah.
Thank you. Likewise, have a lovely day too.
Bye bye.